Kia ora. This is a recording explaining how the whole topic of cell processes goes together. So we're starting off here in the middle with the cell processes, and there are three main aspects that we've been learning about. There's the cell structure when we looked at organelles and cell diversity, different kinds of cells. And there's the cell transports. We looked at active transport, passive transport, that's diffusion, osmosis, facilitated diffusion, they're all passive. And then there's endocytosis and all the active ones that require ATP. Do you remember that part? And then we looked at enzymes. We looked at the structure of enzymes and how the active site is really important, because the structure of the active site is uniquely shaped to fit the substrate that the enzyme works on. And we looked at the factors that affect enzymes, such as the concentration of the enzyme, the concentration of the substrate, the temperature that the enzyme is functioning at, and the pH, the optimal pH of the environment that the enzyme is functioning in. Then we started looking at three processes that use enzymes. The first one was respiration, and we've been looking at that on and off all year, but we really dug into the structure of the mitochondria. So now we're starting to loop back to organelles. So we're bringing that in through our understanding of organelles and how the structure of mitochondria enables the process of respiration to happen. And once again, the factors that affect respiration are the same factors that affect enzymes, because enzymes are involved. Then we looked at photosynthesis, and again, that's something that we've been looking at on and off over the year, but this time again, we really focused on the structure of the organelle that's mostly used, and that structure is the chloroplast. And so we looked at the structure of the physical structure of the chloroplast and how that supports photosynthesis. And then finally, we looked at the cell cycle, which includes the whole cell cycle, DNA replication and mitosis. And that brings in ideas of cell diversity. We looked at different types of cells have different speeds of cell cycle. So some cells are fast and some are slow. And we looked at different stages in life of the organisms. So in early life, organisms grow very quickly. So the cell cycle is much faster, and later in life, the organism isn't growing at all or is slowing down, and so the cell cycle is much less. Also, the cell cycle is very much linked to this idea of cell transport, and that it gives a reason for the cell to divide is to maintain efficient cell transport by lowering the surface area to volume ratio, not ration. So that's actually really important as well. And so that's the whole topic, kind of how it all fits together. The next part of the next video I'm going to do, or the next piece of resource I'm going to create, is the kinds of phrases that go with each parts of these and of this topic, and how you might use those in the exam answers. Ka kite.